The headlight controls, what you probably will most commonly have them in is set in where I have it right now, where the dial is furthest to the left. This is the automatic setting. So you actually have a light sensor that's placed in your rear view mirror that can tell if it's getting low light outside, and it will automatically bring on your low beams as needed in low light situations. And during the daytime, it will turn off your low beams, and if you still have the setting on, will default to your daytime running lights. Daytime running lights can be turned off inside the settings on your iDrive. The 0, this right here is your daytime running lights. The one to the right of that is your parking lights. So that turns on those amber indicators up on the headlights, and then also turns on tail lights as well. And then this here is your low beams. So high beams are still in the turn signal stock. So pulling the stock towards you will flash the high beams. Pushing the stock away from you will set them in. Once you do that, you do get the blue indicator that pops up on the instrument cluster there. You see it right in the middle. It shows you your high beams are on. But something to note about the high beams, if you are in automatic, you can still flash your high beams. So pulling the stock towards you will flash them, but you won't be setting them in during the daytime. So once you try to set in your high beams by pushing the stock away from you, the system will recognize in daytime that there is no need for your high beams, so it will not set them in. Just keep that in mind. That's normal operation. Something else to note is the fog lights, which is this freestanding button over here. If you do turn on the fog lights, you get the indicator in your instrument cluster that pops up, and you also notice that your low beams turn on. So that's normal operation as well. So the system will recognize, hey, if you need your fog lights on, you'll probably need some headlights. So it just defaults your low beams on. So that's normal too. And you can see this is what that's your low beam indicator. Also have this here, the dimmer switch for the instruments. You might be familiar with that. So once you're driving at night, all the different instruments glow at night, and you can adjust the brightness on that. But that's how you use the controls for the headlights and the fog lights there. If you have fog lights on these newer vehicles, they come standard with what's called cornering lights. Cornering lights is a automatic function. You don't have to do anything additional, but when you're moving at low speeds, less than 20 miles an hour, when you turn left or right, the corresponding fog light will illuminate on that side of the vehicle. So keep that in mind. We've had people in the past come into service department thinking that they had a fog light out because, they were pulling up at night and, getting home from work. They're turning into the driveway. A neighbor saw them turning into the driveway. Obviously they're moving at low speeds. So when they turn in, say they're turning left into their driveway, their left fog light lights up, but the right one is not lit up. That is a standard thing. It's trying to give you that added illumination on that side of the vehicle. So just keep that in mind. If you do, want to see if your fog lights are out, if you press the fog light button and walk out to the front of the car, they should both be on. But regardless on if you have the fog lights on or not, that cornering light function is going to activate no matter what. So just keep that in mind about your fog lights, so that way it helps to avoid confusion as far as what needs to be serviced and what doesn't. But if you have any additional questions, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to help out.